Welcome, everybody, to another episode of the Lunch Table Podcast brought to you by Anchor, where we discuss the latest and greatest in entertainment and pop culture. My name is Dylan. I'm joined by my co host, Akram. What's going on, man?
Hey everybody, hey Dylan, how are you?
I'm great, man. I came back from vacation not too long ago, so I'm excited to talk about some news that we've got for everybody.
Me too. I hope you enjoyed your vacation. We haven't done a news discussion in a while, huh?
Yeah, man, a lot of review videos lately, so
Yeah.
we got to catch up for you guys. So, first on my list today, I would like to talk about Paramount just released the new set photos for Transformers Rise of the Beasts. Your thoughts on it?
I've seen that. I am excited. I didn't like what Michael Bay was doing with the original Transformers movies circa 2007. So I really like the reboot. I consider it a soft reboot for the Transformers series, Bumblebee. So I guess this definitely takes place during that time. I think it takes place during the 90s, if I
1994 is what they said.
Really? Yeah,
Yeah.
that's interesting. So they're taking it in a new direction. Obviously, like the story is completely from the Michael Bay movies. That's completely thrown out the window, you know. So this is a fresh take. So from what I could see, I like the color scheme that Optimus Prime has. I don't. I wish that Bumblebee didn't transform again to that Camaro or whatever that car was. I would have preferred if he had the
The
what was it?
Volkswagen.
Yeah, the Volkswagen. I would have preferred that his
Yeah,
original
something
look.
about it is like a contrast to like his really like cool design. Like he's all slick when he's in his robot form, but then like when he's in his car more, he's like all cute and like, streamlined.
Yeah, yeah, it's like, I don't know, I don't know, and I hope that, like, the human element of it doesn't keep interfering. Because the interesting thing about Autobots is that they're machines, but they have such a human element to themselves, you know, so when you add other characters, it just takes away from that time we could be spending with lore and
Right.
what have you. So, I also wanted to mention too that, um, what's his name? Ron Perlman actually has been casted as Optimus
Oh
Primal.
shit.
Yeah, so
Got Cowboy
that
on the scene now.
he's in everything. Isn't that weird? He's in everything. The guy's working. He's really talented, so I can't wait to see that.
I don't
But
even
back to
remember
the
the
leak.
last thing he was in, honestly.
Oh, Monster Hunter, I believe.
Oh, that's right. I'm sorry, continue.
Yeah, no, I was to say back to the leak photos. We didn't get much off of it, but like, the great thing about Transformers is each movie there are like leak set photos of like the new designs from the cars. I remember as a child, I was like so excited to see, oh, this is a new Camaro. I can't wait to see how Bumblebee will look transforming. But you see, I feel disappointed because Bumblebee basically looks like the same like since 2007 now with that muscle car look. So I don't know.
I feel like they should like kind of like keep it consistent with the time periods that there are. So like maybe if like flex off the cars that were like popular in that area.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, I again, it's just the direction they're going with. I like the new director. I mean, I like the director. I think he did I think out of all the Transformers films, obviously, I think Bumblebee was probably the better one. But that being said, I wish that like if you're gonna do a soft reboot, don't hold on the same aspects because that doesn't make sense, right? Because the Transformers Autobots came down in 2007, right? So here they're like in the 1980s, you know. So I don't know, I'm just a little disappointed about the direction they're going. I would've just started fresh, like Netflix with the animated series, right?
All right.
So but all in all, I know I'm kind of going on a tangent there, but all in all, I really do
I agree though.
I think
Mostly,
that
I think like you said, they should stray away from the human elements. I mean, I know it's what's starring Anthony Ramos from In the Heights. So actually, I have to watch that movie. But
Oh, interesting, okay.
yeah. But I mean, yeah, they should do minimal story involving humans, and then like you said, like focus more on the characters and like I guess they have to have like include the human element of it because then otherwise it becomes an animated film. But
Well, here's the thing though, what about Toy Story? Even if it's an animated movie, what about Toy Story, right? Because like hardly any adults are shown, right? What did they do the same thing? You know what I mean?
right.
Would that be better? I think it would probably. I don't know. I want to see more about the Transformers rather than, oh, let's look at this guy. He has this job and this
Hmm.
is, I don't care, and this is taking place in 1990 whatever. So they could just move on from that character. So it's kind of like throwaway characters for the humans.
Good points. And I kind of also like to see something different from what we've seen. So I'm glad that they're including a lot of the different factions from the lore, like the Predacons, the Maximals, and the Terracons. Because I think after a while, the whole like Autobot and Decepticon thing kind of like loses its value over time. Like how many sequels have we had now where it's like basically them like it kind of gets formulaic. They're always like after some weapon and then it's just like they're like just fighting on Earth and shit. And then, at the end of the day, like Optimus like wins. It kind of gets formulaic. So I'm glad
Yeah,
they're introducing different elements to, make it interesting.
yeah, that's so true. I mean, we had Dinobots, I guess, like the last movie or whatever. Even if that's not, I guess they're on the Autobot side, but it's like I know I'd like to see more lore. I think that's what we need. So I agree with you. I'm glad that they have like a new faction, I would call it, in the Transformers universe.
Definitely. Well, going into gaming news, I'm excited to talk about this because I have actually been looking into this a little bit for myself. So I'm sure a lot of gamers have heard recently that Valve's new handheld project, Steam Deck, just released for pre-sale 2 days ago. It's a very interesting and ambitious new console. Obviously, it's drawing a lot of comparisons to the Nintendo Switch because it's like a wide handheld design. Let me just talk about it because I know a lot of gamers like myself probably have some questions before they want to invest in it.
I do too.
So, guys, hear me out before you start getting any opinions from all these YouTubers because there's some wide gaps between the Switch and the Steam Deck. So, just looking at the overall design, clearly inspired by the Switch, it's got its basic thumbsticks and handheld buttons, but this also has precision trackpads on each side. So, this thing is basically a PC, but like a portable PC. So,
That's great.
it's a 7-inch screen, which I think the OLED is now. Don't quote me on that. But it also has a dock feature for connecting to monitors and wired network, USB. No removable side controllers like the Switch, which I don't feel is a drawback when I get to like the pros of it, because it has a lot more storage than the Switch, which is only like 32 gigabytes. And there's gonna be different options, which I'll get to later for storage capacity. Um and it's coming out this December of this year, so I'm surprised they marketed it that fast.
Oh wow, that's so soon. Yeah, I might even get. I don't know. What's the price point? Do you know?
Okay, so I might as well get into it. So there's 3 different options for pricing right now. So that's so let me get into the pros before I get into the pricing. So obviously it's portable, but the only thing drawback with it is the weight. It's a little heavier than the Switch. It's more of a PC than a handheld, but touchscreen is a 1280 by 800 resolution with 1610 aspect ratio. Great for PC gamers like myself. Like I said, it's basically a computer in your hand. You have access to all the latest and oldest games in your Steam library, which is something that the Switch is severely lacking because it's only Nintendo and like maybe like a few third-party exclusives. You'll have access to Game Pass subscription, your Windows account, and your Steam library. And this I really like is they have a Bluetooth
Oh.
feature, which the Switch doesn't have. Because when I got my Switch, I
Hmm.
really wanted like a Bluetooth option because I don't, my headphone jack doesn't have like a because it's a lightning cable, so it doesn't have that aux feature. Of course, like the Switch, you get the SSD card for more storage if you want. So that's the pros of it. Getting into the cons, so the battery life is not as powerful as the Switch, but it kind of makes sense because it's more processing power. This thing basically has the processing power of a PS4 and Xbox One.
What?
Yeah, it's crazy. But with that being said, you only get 2 to 8 hours. Um, Obviously, if you keep it plugged in, you'll have longer experience, but that's one drawback. So getting into the pricing option that you asked, so you get for so right now it's on pre-sale. It's probably sold out by now, but the first option is the 64 gigabyte option. So that is priced at 399, and with that you get a carrying case. The second option is the 256 gigabyte, which is priced at $529.
Oh my god.
But it comes with a case, faster storage, and it comes with a Steam community bundle. And then the third option is the 512 gigabyte option, which is priced at $649.
Oh, okay, so I might as well go buy a PS5 now, but
Right,
but
yeah,
still, that's so expensive
I know. That's
for
that's the only
handheld.
drawback that I have for it. Obviously, I don't know where they got these numbers.
Man, that's like the first time they unveiled PS3. That was like 600 something dollars. I
I
hope
mean,
they they dialed it
if
down.
you get the 64 option, you can still get, like, an SD card for, like, 2 terabytes and, you'll have, like, basically endless gaming.
Mhm.
But the 3rd option basically is just, like, you get the case, you get premium anti-glare etched glass, virtual keyboard theme, and, faster storage. And then the only other con, which is not really a con, but audio quality because it's not released yet, so we don't know how it compares to the Switch, but, that's a gamer preference. But
Yeah.
I don't know, I'm really excited for this. I think this is gonna be more satisfying for people who bought the Switch like myself, because the Switch really lacked a lot, and I'm kinda disappointed in it. I mean, it was a great with Nintendo, you get precision over quality, in my opinion, so with this, I feel like you get, like, all the options that you don't get with the Switch. But I don't know, I may invest in it. Uh, you guys will just have to stick around for my review when I get it.
Yeah.
But, I mean, like, there's some games, like, I wanna play on Switch that I can't because, like, Genshin Impact, I wanna play it on Switch, but I can't, just like and they can't even process it right now, they're in development right now, so I'm hoping with the Steam Deck, I'll have that option.
Yeah, I mean, it's for sure versatile, of a handheld console, but I heard that apparently it runs the battery life will actually like, it'll consume more if you run it, like because you could switch the specs too, like, you could run things at, like, 4K and something, something, and I
Well,
and
they
I
said
heard
it
that
runs at, like, 8K on, like, 60 hertz.
oh, ki my ass, it
Yeah.
does that. Seriously, like, I bet it's gonna be,
Speculation, of
like,
course.
I bet it's gonna be relative, everything's
Right.
relative, like, they say, "Oh, 4K PS5, 8K." Not
Right.
really, it's kinda relative, but it's like I don't know, I don't know if I would pick it up because I'm not really a handheld person. I'm not really a fan of, like, PC gaming. I just don't wanna go through the ins and outs of, like, setting up a PC and do this and do that, but, um, I don't know. I like chunky things too. I like the fact that it's kinda heavy. I know for a handheld, it's kinda counterintuitive, but it's just for something, it's
I'm
just
on the opposite of that,
it's
actually.
satisfying.
I prefer, like, mobile games, that's what because I like just having, like,
Yeah.
or, like, my DS Lite, like, I had good times with that just because like, I don't like, heavy things in my hand because otherwise I might as well just use my laptop and my
Yeah.
controller. So, that's another thing too, it's like, if you're connecting to, like, external monitors, you might as well get, like, a PC gaming laptop.
Well,
But
yeah, I guess so, that's true. I don't know, and it's probably it has beefy specs. I heard apparently too, uh, now I'm not a big PC person, but I heard apparently there's a spec on there that it runs slower than most handheld devices, apparently. Like, if you check that out, if you search that, right? I heard something that it runs slower than most handheld devices just because of this. It's like EEF something. I seen that. That's a big concern for many people, at least through the comments that I've seen. So we'll have to wait and see.
yeah, time will
I
tell. I mean, obviously, I
yeah,
get why that's a big concern,
yeah.
but from what I've heard, I mean, it runs a lot smoother than the Switch, so we'll just have to see, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if I'll pick it I mean, I didn't know it was that expensive. What you told me, I was like, "I don't know," because I usually like to get, like, more I guess, more upgraded,
Right.
versions of things, but it's this is that expensive. I know, like, my Nintendo I have Nintendo Switch Lite, and, I don't really use it. There's not many I'm not a big, like, Nintendo verse
Well, how much
person, I
does the
guess.
OLE LED go for? Like, probably the same price, I would imagine.
I'm not too sure. I was just gonna bring that up about the Nintendo
Because if you're
OLED
paying the same
version.
price for the OLED, I would just go with the fucking Steam Deck at that point. It's like
Yeah, no, that's true. I know, and the OLED see, they're like I don't wanna say limited by our time because everybody's, like, surpassing them and
like
stuff. It's
Howard
just
Stark, we're like, "We're limited by the technology of our time."
yeah, Nintendo, don't say that because 'cause you're not, because basically, like, 720p for the new Nintendo Switch OLED, are you
Oh my
serious?
god, yeah, it's so bad, yo.
Well, it could be price point too, because sometimes with certain components, you have to sacrifice good quality components just for a price point. So, That was the big thing with, like, the next gen, consoles. It was like, how can we make this the best it could be, and, sell it at a good price, right? So almost like the PS5 almost sold the same for, like, a PS4 back in the day, or PS4
Right.
Pro. So, I don't know, I'm definitely not gonna pick up the OLED for a Nintendo Switch. I don't really care for it that much. How
Yeah.
about you? Are you gonna get the Steam,
I get
deck,
the
right?
Steam Deck, like I said, it's tricky.
Yeah.
I mean, we've all seen how PlayStation did, even though the PSP, in my opinion, still holds up pretty well. But the
Mhm.
handheld market is so it's not like your average console market. It's tricky. So I don't know. We'll see how sales do, I guess, and then go from there. I don't know.
Yeah, there's other devices too that I heard, like, a lot of people skipped out on because they were like, "Oh, this doesn't have the features we've wanted." So I feel like this is a saving grace for many people who want to have a PC in their hands in the car, basically. So I
Right.
hope that,
And this
it
is the
serves
first
everyone.
gen. This is the first gen for this console. So I mean, there's always room for improvement
If it sells, though,
if
if
it
it
sells.
sells, I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we need see, PlayStation, they dropped the handheld market, right? Unfortunately. And Nintendo took over. They left it to Nintendo because that's their thing, you know what I mean? So now Valve's gonna come in here and try to do it. And I hope they succeed because this looks beefy. I mean, to me, like looking at it, I just like the aesthetic of it. I know something about it. Just I hope it really bodes well with many people.
Definitely. I mean, I like all the different features that they're adding to it. Obviously, they're going off of the lack of features in the Switch. So you have like the Netflix app too. You have like the Bluetooth feature, USB, all that. So I don't know. Like I said, time will tell. I might check it out. Just to see how it goes, and then hopefully we'll see from there.
Well, let us know.
Hopefully, I didn't waste $400, but
I got a feeling. I hope not.
hopefully, don't quote
Yeah.
me, guys. But
I
all
actually
right,
wanted to mention something about real fast,
sure, go
because I
ahead.
know you're about to go on the same point. I actually wanted to mention Ubisoft that they showed off the new Tom Clancy game.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
yeah, they just showed it off today. The time of this recording, there's a time stamp on top of the video if you watch it on YouTube, and basically they showed that there will be a new Tom Clancy game coming to us, and it's set in a universe. I don't know what it'll be about. A lot of people are speculating it might be a new Ghost Recon game, so we'll see. I I hope not. I hope it's something original. You know what I mean? I know that Prime actually, if anybody has watched the new Prime movie with Michael B. Jordan, actually, the end credits tease that they're trying to make their own universe with Rainbow Six. So I was shocked seeing that. I was like, what? So they have that going on. I doubt that it's gonna be a new Rainbow Six game because you already have Extraction, Ghost Recon, Breakpoint. I
Breakpoint,
think
yeah, I was
there's
gonna mention it's coming out too, yeah.
like I don't know. Um, so we will see. A Division game. I don't know because the aesthetic from the trailer I seen it was very like just a picture, uh, like those Call of Duty Cold War trailers where they had like this mishmash of like photos and but it's very like something about it's just very pop and punk, you know. So
Mhm.
I got a feeling we're in for like a different quality type of game, something more I don't know, it kinda reminds me of Far Cry, so many connections I can make with it, so we'll see. So that will be revealed actually on July 19th, tomorrow, the day of this recording, at 1:30 PM Eastern Time, so you guys wanna check it out, be sure to do so. I think it's gonna be lit.
Awesome. Great reveal, man.
Yeah,
What else you
thanks.
got going on?
Actually, so a lot of people may have know that Black Adam they showed a lot on DC fandom.
Oh,
Black Adam, yeah,
I'm so ready.
I am. Rock is a great he has this big presence, and so, that DC fandom trailer, I just love how he's speaking in that. He just has such a great presence without seeing him. So The Rock has been very active on social media, as many would know, and he's been posting, like, a lot of snippets and, like, set photos of the costume. Now, we see, like, the back of the costume, we also see, like, the boots, of the costume. I like it. I mean, it definitely matches the aesthetic of Shazam, obviously, but I think they're going for that same that new upgraded look that I'll mention in a second. So they wrapped up filming. I'm excited to probably get a trailer soon. I would imagine we will get a trailer soon, you know. They filmed fast. It felt like they filmed relatively pretty quickly. So I guess because mostly everything is set, like, behind or in front of a green screen, so I don't know.
I'm predicting we might get a trailer when Shang-Chi drops, because when you have new releases, you always get, like, the latest trailer, so that's my prediction for that.
Yeah, that's a smart prediction. I gotta that makes sense. Okay, so maybe that's so September. Okay, so I don't know that. It's a little bit old news, but guys, we haven't done a news discussion in a long time, and I just wanted to mention Shazam: Fury of the Gods. The director David Sandberg actually unveiled upgraded suits and which was really I don't know, I felt a little weird about it because this woman's basically out of a job for working for DC at the moment, but now Grace Fulton, which was young Mary, she's replaced superhero Mary, which was Michelle Borth as superhero Mary. So I don't know, I like the upgraded suits. I now like compared to the older suits in the first movie, like, I like these a lot more. There's, like, so much, like, nuance to it. It just looks way more sleeker, and he said, like, "Well, we upgraded it just because we can. Why not?" And I agree, like, I feel like every movie should upgrade suits, you know what I mean? It's just something fun to see, especially it sells well with action figures. That's the big selling point for, like, Warner Brothers or Disney. So, I like it a lot. I just like the aesthetic. I mean, we've seen leaked photos from Shazam as well, and, everyone's, like, talking bad about him, saying that he couldn't work out too much, so they put him in a bodysuit, but I don't know, the guy looks good. I
Big
seen some
body
Instagram
ass.
photos, like, from last Taskmaster
Taskmaster.
video. Yeah. But I don't know, I like what I'm seeing. Have you seen the photos, by the way, of the
Yeah, I don't
Shazam
know how I
family?
feel because they feel like I'm glad they didn't make them look too, like, Power Ranger-y, but they almost kinda look too, like, Wonder Woman-ish, in my opinion. I don't know. I think it's
That makes
it's
sense.
the
That does
gold
make
for me.
sense, yeah.
They put way too much gold in it, and it's kind. I mean,
Mm.
like, don't get me wrong, they look great, obviously. Like you said, a lot sleeker, but I don't know. It's almost like seeing, like, Queen Maeve or Homelander a bit.
Oh my gosh.
Like, I feel like Vought, like, designed these costumes.
Probably. That I like the connection there, probably.
To, like, Stan Edgar just, like, approving, like, the Shazam contract.
It makes sense for Warner Brothers. So, probably, I don't know, that's the 2 biggest informations I have for DC at the moment. Another thing I wanna mention too is, which I'm really excited for, The Flash. I've been trying to keep up with some news on The Flash, and I they showed a lot of information in DC fandom as many would expect, as many has seen, and so Andy Muschietti actually posted on his Instagram, some close-up shots of the symbols from characters as we see Michael Keaton's Batman.
Mm.
We also saw Flash, which is crazy because it looks like I don't know, it looks so much sleeker, that logo too. It's just and it's so, like, detailed, yet it's such a flat surface, right? It's not like the old, like, armor thing that Flash had going on. We also see Sasha Calle's Supergirl outfit. There was leaked set photos actually of her hanging up in a wire rig, so I like it. Have you seen that set photo by any chance?
I think I did see that
Yeah, what do
actually.
you think about it? It's so
I'm
different.
not I'm not a huge Flash follower, to be
Uh
honest, like, the CW shows kinda like, I don't know, they don't hold my interest
Well,
as
me
much as the
neither. Yeah,
Defenders
no,
did.
me neither. Just the movies, I guess I get excited for them.
Yeah, I mean, she's a great actress, but, like, I don't know, Supergirl never really interested me that that much. How about you? Have you watched
I
that show?
watched it way back when, but then I just, like, I went into a hiatus for, the CW verse or Arrowverse. I haven't catched, like, the last season of Arrow or whatever. I didn't care about that, but again, this is, like, for the movie, so I'm excited. I like Andy Muschietti as the director. Um, I get why they cast the Sasha Cale as Supergirl. She definitely looks like she could be the cousin of Henry Cavill, so that's, just that aesthetic alone.
Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
there was a
Yeah.
comic book where apparently she had, like, the same hair cut, I guess. So I guess they're pulling off of that, I don't know. But
Didn't they cast somebody as Superman in the CW verse too?
yeah,
I forget his name.
Tyler
I know
Tyler
they.
Hoechlin, something like that, I believe.
Yeah, probably.
He's in a new show, Superman and Lois, which apparently is really great, so I gotta check that out one day. Um,
Oh, it's funny because oh, is that the animated thing or is that
no, 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 no,
the
that's live action on CW.
I'm sorry, I was thinking of the animated show with, Jack Kirby I mean, what's the dude's name from, The Boys who plays Huey? Because he's voicing Superman
Oh,
in that animated.
an animated movie, really?
It's like an animated series or something. It's like Superman and Lois or something. I gotta look it
That's
up.
interesting.
But anyway, continue
Yeah,
anyways. I was just a random thought.
yeah, I was just gonna say, I like what I'm seeing. I seen leaked photos too on Reddit actually. Reddit you could always rely on for leaked things, but,
Right,
I seen,
exactly.
you see Michael Keaton's Batman also in a crowded place, for some leaked set photos. I mean, he looks definitely more grizzled. I never been a fan of the '80s Batman. That's just me. A lot of people prefer that Batman, but, um, I don't know. I like it. I th I'm not trusting Warner Brothers really, at this moment. I think they're making a lot of mistakes, but for The Flash, I think that The Flash could really be important for the universe because it's Flashpoint, so you could reset the universe and this time do it right, and that's my hopes for
Well, Flash is like the Loki of the DC universe, so it's like
basically.
if you do him right, you can open up so much more.
Yeah, exactly, exactly, and I love Flash as a character because such like a heartwarming type of character. Everything's really about family and everything's about, um and his father too, he has a lot of admiration for his father. So, I hope we get to see that in the film. I got a feeling we will because it kinda had that, about family and they found family in each other. So, I gotta we're gonna
Mm.
get some of that, we're gonna get some of that good for that. So
Yeah, honestly, I want more Flash because like, I feel like DC pushes too much Batman-related characters. And at this point, I was just talking about Matt the other day about this because I feel like, I don't know, they just shove Batman down our throat so much, and it's just like, like, I wanna see more of, like, variety.
I get that, I do. And the comics, yeah, it's like I was talking to you one time and you said that, like, once you read one, you pretty much read them all. It's kinda like
Right.
that, I do get that. Uh, but, yeah, I mean,
I can
Flash
only watch his parents get shot so many
yeah,
times.
I know. Well, Flash is such a dynamic character, you could really go anywhere with him, right? So and there's some gruesome, like, stories in the comic books, including him, so I hope we get some of that. We need that. We
Because he
definitely
has a
do.
great rogues gallery too.
Yeah, yeah, for
Like,
sure.
he's besides Batman, like, Flash has, like, the best villains in my opinion.
Sure, yeah, I agree, yeah, and I wonder if they'll show up here. I mean, because they can't over cloud it with, like, characters because then it's too much bloat.
Suicide Squad.
Yeah, basically. Well, most of them will get killed off in the new one. I got a feeling like a lot of
Oh, damn.
throwaway ones, yeah. That's what James Gunn said. He says almost everyone dies. I don't know. I'm excited for that film as well. Big fan of James Gunn. And well, I guess since we talked about that, I'd like to move on to another superhero property, which is from Marvel. We did a review on the Loki series, so check us out later on, right? But What If, the What If trailer, what did you think about it?
It's interesting. It's great timing that they did it because right after Loki, now everybody's, like, conscripting all these theories now
Yeah.
with all these different timelines and multiverse crap, so but I think, yeah, I like What If. I don't know how many episodes it's gonna be. 'Cause sometimes they give you, like, all the series in one trailer.
Yeah, I
But,
know.
but they got some really cool themes going on, and, I'm excited to see where it goes because I feel like they even mentioned, like didn't I think I was reading this one article, like, those are gonna end up somehow in, like, future movies.
Really?
Quote correct me if I'm wrong.
That's interesting. I would
Like
imagine so.
like, maybe different who knows? Maybe we could see it in, like, Loki season 2. Like, we could see, like, different variants of different characters.
That'll be something to see. That'll be a lot of spectacle. My theory is since they did this, right? Because Disney basically has all the properties except, they have the thing with Universal, right? My theory is Sylvie started this the same way Star-Lord started, Endgame. So I got a feeling we're gonna see a lot of characters, like even Wesley Snipes' Blade at some point, maybe like down the line if they want to do that. What if it's a perfect scenario just to showcase some of that off?
Mhm.
I'm not a big fan of that animation. It kinda reminds me of, that Star Wars show that they've done. What was it
I
called?
was gonna say the same thing that, like, Star Wars, like I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I
That's a
didn't
weird
like that.
animation.
I
Yeah, I
I
feel like
didn't
they
like
could
that.
have made it more like they shoulda did like, was it the Star Wars, what is it? Star Wars Visions? Like
Oh,
the
okay.
like
Yeah,
the
yeah, yeah,
different
yeah.
animation styles or something? Or like Love, Death, and Robots?
Yeah, what if
'Cause
they did that? That would be
if you're
crazy.
gonna yeah, if you're gonna do like a what if type of show, like a different weird, like, episode every time, like, you should change up the animation style, give it its own identity.
That'll be insane if they did that. I'd love to, and, like, especially, like, a really CGI'd up, like, person
Yeah.
where it's like, "Wow, this looks so realistic, and this is how it could look like, in
Yeah,
live
like
action."
An Unreal Engine-esque, like,
Man,
episode.
everyone's like, wimping out and using Unreal Engine 5. They should, it's easy. I could do it right now on my laptop, like, they should do it, but yeah, go I mean, I'm interested. We seen, like, I heard apparently Party Thor is there and,
Oh, wow, really?
something like Party Thor, and, I don't know. I think this is all connected. Each episode,
Mhm.
like, introduces characters, so I got a feeling we're gonna have, like, that type of Spider-Verse thing going on, whereas, like, each
Yeah, like,
episode they'll
why
meet up.
it'd be crazy, like, if they had, like, Spider-Verse, like, you know how we had, like, Penny Parker and,
Mhm.
Peter Porker, like, what if we saw, like, different dimensions of, like, not just the MCU, but, like, different I don't know, obviously, that's Marvel's, it's Marvel's script, not mine, but,
One
that'd
can
just be crazy.
dream.
Right. It's like you hear that Nelson Mandela quote in the beginning of Loki,
Yeah, I
like
know. That's why they put it there.
Right.
But it's like, just tell the fans, "Keep dreaming." It's not
Right.
gonna happen. I don't know. I think, and the thing is, this is important. I feel like Loki, and this is important because this is their way of smoothly transitioning things over to the greater good of the MCU, a healthier MCU where everything feels kinda separate, but also it's connected, and then here you go, we'll connect characters too. So we will see. I did it. Like, you hate when I say this, but I definitely dig it. So. But another thing I wanted to mention too, actually, which this is like really old news, but I just wanted to mention this because I thought it was super cool, was the Thor: Love and Thunder T-shirt leak that I seen. That I saved that photo
Oh,
that it showed Jane Foster Thor, like her costume, which basically looks like the original Thor. I forgot when that movie came out, like 2011 or so. I forgot, but
did
like,
they show her in the costume or just the
yes,
costume?
they showed her in the costume
Ooh,
and she looks
I'm about to
really
look that up
good. I
right now.
seen the helmet, yeah, and Thor, his new outfit basically, was leaked actually in a set photo, so I seen that as well. Um, that looks really cool. I mean, I like that it's more gold, you see, so it's like, I don't know, I just really I can't wait for Jane Foster Thor. Like, that's my theory that, like, they're setting up a lot of things for, like, other characters to take over, and I feel sad about that, but it doesn't mean a character is completely gone forever.
Mhm.
So, um, that was cool. Another thing I want to reference because Dylan hates The Walking Dead. I just wanted to mention this really fast.
After season 4,
Okay,
okay.
whatever. But I just want to mention for us Walking Dead fans, whoever wants to,
This shit you talking to yourself because nobody watching it, right?
everybody watches it. They revealed a new trailer. Actually, I went over it in my YouTube channel, Green Steel, shameless plug.
Purple ass banner.
And they showed a new trailer. So it's coming out August 22nd, 2021. I just wanted to say that real fast. Go ahead,
Chirp,
Dylan.
chirp, chirp, chirp.
You could stop crying, Dylan. That's
Crickets in
fine.
the background.
Well,
It's
whatever.
okay. We all know Robert Kirkman sponsored you. It's okay.
I hope. I wish he should. I mean, moving on to that great news of The Walking Dead. A lot of people love Ghost of Tsushima. You haven't played it yet, right? Because you don't.
Because it's a PS4 fucking
Ah,
exclusive,
you
so
mad. I was hoping you'll say that. You mad. Go get your Valve. So go get your Stream Deck. Well,
you laugh at, like, what if they actually put it on and then I play it, and then
okay.
it turns out better than the PS5?
Well,
It's like,
I would
"Nah."
hope. I mean, no, they showed Ghost of Tsushima director's cut trailer. That's coming out on 8/20/21. Write the date down. You get to visit Iki Island, a new story, mini games, enemy types, and more. So I was a big fan of Ghost of Tsushima. I platinumed that game, so I can't wait to see what's in store for the next iteration of story. And I wonder if they're going to show a sequel anytime soon. And that's the thing. It's like so funny because the other game I'm going to talk about is a director's cut of Death Stranding, which we mentioned that before in the E3 reactions, and I like that it has a director's cut, which I feel like is a new trend right now, and I kind of hope it kind of stops. But in the same way too, it's like have you been holding off of content just to put in the base game? So I kind of feel bad about it, right? It's not just microtransactions. It's like, okay, we got DLC, and then here you go. We also got a basically the same game, but like the same DLC that you already paid for, and then a little bit of extra stuff. But it's warranted with Ghost of Tsushima because that's a whole new expansion and a whole new island to explore. But Death Stranding director's cut is coming out September 21st, 2021. They showed a trailer for that. You can pre-order it now. There's enhancements such as UI, obviously, and different enhancements for PS5, Dylan. And there's a firing range. I don't know why you need that because if you kill somebody, like the whole game explodes. So
That
you shouldn't
reminds me of
really
that
shoot people.
that
But
reminds me of
there's
that
new
weird,
missions.
like, Pokemon-esque game with the machine guns. Have you ever seen that? I saw
What?
this on
No.
TikTok, like, some dude was, like, playing this game, it was like Pokemon, but it was also, like, Animal Crossing, but they somehow had machine guns, so I like to call it Call of Duty Diamond and Pearl, but
Bro, why I feel like this is a Hideo game?
coming out,
Like, that
it's
coulda
gonna
showed
be
up that's
like it's
probably
gonna be
gonna
like
show
a
up in Death
Valve
Stranding.
exclusive, like
I don't doubt it for the price, why not? Like,
right.
you better knock my socks off. Like, seriously. But, no, Death Stranding gonna have new missions, racing, apparently fragile circuit, which is really weird, such a random thing, but okay. Travel methods, so you get to catapult yourself across
Damn.
mountains, which will really help because that walking took me, like, 30 minutes. Uh, so that's awesome. We'll see how that goes. I might get it. I don't know. I really enjoyed Death Stranding. And Ghost of Tsushima, even if my all my saves have been deleted before, which I want to cry right now. I don't know if I'm gonna get that just because of that, right? But
Damn,
maybe I'll
son.
get it. We'll see. We'll see. I'm mad. That's what happens when you have a PS4. I should just switch to
Yo, for real. I'm
PC like
telling you,
you.
PC gang all day. Big mad.
Well, whatever. A little bit, just a little bit. um, uh, big news actually is from Spider-Man: No Way Home. Now that is awesome because they showed Marvel Legends, they showed the figures coming out, right? I'm not a big fan of the costume designs that they got going on for Peter at the moment, but they showed the Hot Toys as well recently. Of apparently it's just called Gold, Black and Gold suit,
Mhm.
which is so like okay, but it definitely looks like it's influenced by Doctor
We we m
Strange.
we yeah, we talked
So
about
there's
this a
some
little bit in
elements.
the last episode, like, with Spider-Man,
Yeah.
like, obviously, when you get more characters involved, it's kinda like he's getting help too much, I don't know. I like the costume, I think it's like, with Spider-Man, his costumes change like the weather, like, you always get, like, different designs, and I love that about Spider-Man because
Mhm.
he's a very versatile character. But at the same time, I feel like I
Right.
don't know, it's gonna be weird 'cause, it's like, does he have cosmic powers like Doctor Strange? Because they showed it, like, the webs are like those weird, like, astral circles that Doctor Strange makes, so I don't know, maybe he's gonna get, like, some of his powers, I don't know. Theory?
I think it's just gonna help him, well, for there's been a leaked synopsis too, so I think that's gonna help him through the
What if that's,
multiverse
like,
or
not
something
even,
like that,
like,
or I
Tom
think that's
Holland Peter?
just
What if that's, like, a variant that we see, like, come out? Like, what if there's, like, a scene where, like, they're opening up the multiverse and, like, all these Peters come out like Spider-Verse, and then one of them is, like, a weird, like, Doctor Strange? Because in the comics, there is Cosmic Spider-Man also. So he had the I
well,
think it
yeah, I
was
know.
Galactus or the Silver Surfer's power. So, like, what if we get like that, but it's like
Mhm.
Doctor Strange's, like, mysticism?
Well, the hot toy shows Peter's face, right? The golden and black suit, right? But there's a red one that kinda looks a little bit like the upgraded suit from Far From Home and Iron Spider suit, so I mean, that'll, like, really throw me off if that, like, all this time, that suit is actually just oh, no, but you know what's the thing, though? His logo, the design from it, like, I would imagine they wouldn't be the same, but that would be crazy that all this time that was actually Tobey's Spider-Man, but no, I don't know. That'll be now I'm just thinking about it, any figure they show might be, but, I love that. I can't wait to see, like, wave 2 of Marvel Legends to come out. I think for now, that's wave 1, Sans, and I'm saying Sans again, Sans,
You
the,
swear you're the superior
Walmart
Spider-Man
exclusive,
every
Target
time you
exclusive.
say
It just matches so good with our discussion right now. But yeah, we'll see. I always speculate that. Well, I actually have this theory, and it's actually warranted too because that usually does happen. Whenever you get figures or any picture of like Marvel Legends or something like that, or even Hot Toys, right? Hot Toys is the most expensive. I mean, most you just gotta look closely when you
it's
see a Hot Toys
quality.
figure announcement, right? Because that means no, but that means the trailer is gonna come out soon for sure, because you're not gonna show that level of detail,
Well, they
right?
released the Boba Fett
Uh,
thing, so obviously that means we're getting a trailer soon because they wrapped up production.
well, that could be. I mean, and then again, they're kinda, like, slacking sometimes too. It's like there's so many figures that they should have made already, especially, like, for example, John Walker, Captain America, or something like that. There's so many that they could have made already, so I guess some things are priority. Which is why I'm like, "Oh, so this must be a priority Marvel figure because the trailer is bound to drop anytime soon." So, I got a feeling we might see a trailer coming in a couple of days or maybe in a week, but I've been saying that since, like, 2 episodes ago, so I don't know, but
That's
still,
why I say follow the
uh,
Lego sets, guys. I'm telling
Lego sets too, that's the thing, it's like when you see products, it's
Marvel
bound to
does
be
a
shown
lot with
anytime
Lego
soon.
sets, like, and Star Wars too, like, they
Yeah.
always, like, hint at, like, whenever you see, like, a new Lego set. That's why I always, like, when it follow I'm telling you, follow the Lego sets, you're gonna just see the same shit. But I do agree,
Follow
like,
the
Hot Toys,
breadcrumbs.
like, they definitely, like, tease you a lot right before the trailer,
Mhm.
so
Yeah, and again, comme ci comme ça. I'm, like, kind of liking the new suit. I don't know. I feel weird about it. I just want OG Peter back,
I
but
just want the black suit, that's all I want.
we
Give
won't get
me
it. We won't
fucking
get it
Venom, yo.
until we won't get it yet.
It will get
Man, I
we'll
really,
get well, before we even get that suit, we'll get a Spider-Man with the fucking Sony logo on his chest before we get black suit Spider-Man.
I feel like Sony's trying to prove their point. Like we own him. Okay, we get it. Thank you. I don't know. Yeah, Venom. It might be a long time from now. You know what I mean? I don't know. And apparently, like MJ, the actress from MJ, I forgot her name. What's her name again?
Zendaya?
Oh, Zendaya. There you go.
Girl, how you
Zendaya.
forget Bane, dog? Blasphemy.
No, she said she doesn't know if she'll return in another outing of a Spider-Man movie. So it's like this is his closing of a trilogy. And remember, I had this theory like usually like the core members of the MCU have 3 movies and that's it. They're gonna dip. Minus Thor, right? But it's like if this is the third and last movie, I don't know what they're gonna do next. Maybe Toby is gonna take over or something like
I
that. I don't
doubt it.
know.
I mean, he had his time. Yeah, he
Yeah,
might
that's
just come
true.
back for, like, one more movie, but I doubt he would I mean, he is coming back for a movie, so who knows, but I think he wants to move on from his that role.
Yeah,
Same with Andrew
I don't
Garfield,
know.
like, I mean, they it's such like, when you come back for that character, there's so much high expectation, you know?
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot of pressure, and a lot of people have problems with paparazzi like Toby had in the past, actually, so,
Like,
that's a thing. No, that's, like, a
the clip where
legit
he's
thing
backing up
too,
with the
that's why.
car.
"Get out of the way, I can't see!"
That's like a cutscene from Spider-Man.
Yeah,
He's,
I
like,
know.
backing up, and then he just backs into a portal that from Doctor
Yeah.
Strange.
That's how it starts, that's why Peter needs
It'd
the
be
weapon
crazy,
just to make sure.
I know this sounds, like, dumb, but, like, imagine, like, a scene where, like, Doctor Strange, like, opens a portal, and then it's just Peter on his bike after Mr. Aziz says, "Go!"
Yeah. I got a feeling that might happen though, I hope that's fan service. We
You never
might get
know.
that, that's
Or that
true.
closet that
After
closet he was in when he was fixing all the the brooms, like, the
yeah, I know.
reason it sounded so cluttered was because there's a portal in there, and and then he came back and then crashed everything in the closet.
Well, that matches so well because that's what happened in Doctor
Hire me,
Strange,
Kevin Feige,
so
Imma write all your your movies for
yeah, support my boy on, GoFundMe
my
for his
my
fanfic.
Patreon page.
I don't know, it's we'll see more, but again, keep a close eye on Marvel at the moment, because I don't know what else they could reveal just to fill that void of, like, content or whatever, so I got a feeling this is gonna be the next big thing to, really showcase in, the days to come, so
Well, one other news I do wanna mention, for all you Genshin players out there, a new update coming, I believe it's this Wednesday, 2.0. So we're getting Inazuma finally. Oh man, I know you're not a Genshin player, Akram, but I've been waiting so fucking long, yo. It's been like I dropped Genshin like mad months just cause like there wasn't anything to do but quests.
if you're happy, I'm happy, just tell us about it. Go into explicit extreme detail.
Alright, so I mean the new event is out. There's a new character, I forget his name, but he's like so basically Inazuma, I mentioned this in the E3 podcast we did, so it's based on Japan. and I think it's Electro. So the Archon of Inuzuma is an Electro type. They haven't revealed it yet, but we are getting some new characters. I just hopped back on Genshin, so if you guys want, I can drop my Discord in the server.
Hey, shameless plug. Only fair because I dropped my
Right.
mine, so
But it's a lot of fucking work, yo, because you got I like, there's so many quests I gotta do. It's like, I forgot. I think I reached, like, level 41, and then I had to lower my world rank because the monster just kept getting so harder. Like, I couldn't, like, ascend my characters because I couldn't beat any of the monsters.
oh my gosh.
But, yeah, so I'm excited. So that drops next Wednesday. Be there, be square.
Very good, very excited. I'm glad for you, Genshin fans. Follow Dylan. I've given him pressure to post more
Right?
content, so there you
Same
go.
shit you do with the Instagram promotion.
You gotta follow us, guys. Please do, and make sure you like and subscribe. Help the channel
My
out.
anxiety is so high right now.
Well, we love making content for you guys, so we appreciate anybody who follows. Thank you so much.
Yes, thank you guys. As always, we appreciate you guys for listening and supporting our podcast. That pretty much wraps up our news coverage episode for today. We hope you'll like and share this on whatever platform you're listening on. If you haven't already checked out our previous episodes, we had a Loki finale and a Black Widow review. Disclosure, your ears may bleed.
I know. Sorry, sorry about the low key review of my
No,
head.
it's
I'm working on it.
it's not that bad, but yeah, just don't listen to it with headphones. Just listen to your speakers. But yeah, definitely check those out. Great discussions. They're out now. Check it out on Spotify, Anchor, and YouTube. And visit our Instagram page for any feedback. Our socials are also in the description attached to this episode. So until then, thanks for having lunch with us, guys. We'll see you next time.
See you guys. Thank you.